Hi everyone, this is Rich from the Rich Maxwell channel. Welcome back. If you're new, this channel is all about drones and photography, so please consider subscribing if you're into those two things, and watch out for new videos. Got new videos coming out every Saturday and every Wednesday, as well as lots of other videos that I've shot recently on my channel, so have a look through them and binge away and binge watch away. Hope you enjoy the content. So this video, going to be talking about the Yongnuo 35mm Canon lens. So this is going to be a review of the lens, going to talk through the images, the quality that you can expect from it, and the focusing and everything about the lens really, from build quality to just whether it gets good photos, whether it's worth buying. So this is a very cheap lens. It's the cheapest lens that I own. I picked it up for, I think it was about £60 from one of the Chinese websites, so it took a couple of weeks then to get delivered. But I just bought this because I've got a Canon adapter for my Sony lens, so I use a lot of Canon lenses on my Sony, and this one was just the cheapest way to get a 35mm lens on my Sony camera. So the Sony equivalent 35mm lens I think was about 250, 300 quid, so not too bad, but this at like 60, 70 quid. Couldn't complain, thought give it a go. And it's not a focal length that I'll probably use that much, to be honest. I prefer using zoom lenses to primes, and I've got a really nice Tamron 28-75 zoom at f2.8, which I will probably use much more than this, but I was just keen to try it out and see what I thought. So this is my review. So the build quality firstly, it's all pretty much plastic apart from the mount, which is metal, so nice to have a metal mount. I don't like lenses that have plastic mounts, as they can just potentially have the tabs snap off and wear out quicker. The contacts all nice and copper, so you shouldn't have any connectivity issues with this lens. It's got the switch for AF/MF, so nice solid switch. Nice to have that on a switch rather than just in the body, which you get with a lot of Sony lenses, as it just makes it so much quicker to flip between autofocus and manual when you need to. It doesn't come with any sort of lens hood. It's just got a cap on either end, and nice big words on the front saying made in China, Yongnuo EF35 1-2. So yeah, it looks like it's well made enough. Seems solid enough. The plastic seems fairly rigid and nice. Seems a bit noisy. I don't know if you can hear that. So when you turn that, you can clearly hear that it's got an old style motor in there. It's not like a brushless smooth motor or anything. So it might be quite a noisy lens at focusing, but yeah, that's pretty much how it all looks. From using the lens, I'd say the focus seemed quite noisy, not the fastest, but it is being used with an adapter on my Sony lens, so it might be faster on a Canon camera, but I haven't been able to test that. But in terms of the images it gets, they're generally okay. They're not the sharpest, not the worst. I'm going to show some images on screen now. So here we have our sample images from the Yongnuo 35mm. So I just snapped these few images in my garden today, and so just zooming them in now, you can see that it looks reasonably sharp there in the center. And going out to the edges, we're losing sharpness, but that's probably not going to be the focal point of this shot, as it was shot at f8. So you expect that maybe to have that part there in focus, as it's not so far behind this this focal plane where we're focused in on. And here's just an image of some flowers at f3.2. So sharpness at f3.2. Oh, that's looks like that's where the focus is. It looks not too bad actually, so yeah, that's okay. And you can see we've got a nice bokeh in the background. I don't know where it's locked the focus on this image though, unless it's there. Maybe it's just not caught the focus properly at all. But yeah, it's reasonable anyway. It's not totally sharp. And here we're zooming in, and this is f3.2 ISO 200, and that looks pretty crisp and nice and sharp. And nice bokeh in the background there. And again, we've got a few more images like that. That's at f2, so at f2 it's pretty sharp on those flowers. It looks okay. I do apologise, they might not be the best images really to look over, but I just quickly snapped these today in my garden. And we're going to get on to the brick wall test as well now, where I'm going to show you various images, various apertures, and we're going to check out the center sharpness. And so for this test, we're going to start off at the f2.0, so wide open aperture. As you can see, it's not very sharp at all. So what I'll do is I'll just run through all of the images, keeping that zoom setting on the same sort of point, and then you can see as we go up the f-stops, f4 now, a bit sharper, f7.1, not bad, pretty crisp, f10, even sharper, there's f13, looking pretty good, nice and sharp, and now there's f20. It does go up to f22, but my sample image at f22 didn't get the focus, so that's why it's not included in this. So now we're going to go back over the corners. So f22, corner sharpness looks pretty good there. And f13, again, pretty good. f10, not bad at all, looks reasonably sharp, that's certainly usable. And then f7.1, we're losing a bit of sharpness there. f4, pretty soft. And there's f2, did two images at f2, and that's a center on that one. And then, oh, it's actually sharper in the corner there for some reason. So yeah, checking the corner sharpness, we can see that at f7.1 and upwards, we've got reasonably sharp image in the corners. And yeah, it's just sort of like f4 and f2 that look pretty bad. So yeah, back to the studio now. So that's my review of this lens. Would I recommend buying this? I probably wouldn't buy it again, to be honest. I don't think it's any sharper than a zoom lens. It's probably softer actually than my zoom lens, so it's not really much use to me. And it's f2, but at f2 it's pretty soft. It needs to go to about f4 to get a nice sharp image. So it's just not really a useful lens for me, so that one is going to go on eBay. So I hope this has been useful, and as I say, I've got new videos coming up every Wednesday and Saturday about drones and photography, so do consider subscribing, watch out for more content, and maybe look at this playlist in the corner now, or this video to the right, which is recommended, or maybe it's on the left. I don't know which way around they're meant to be. But yeah, join me for more videos. Please subscribe. Bye for now, everyone.